Okie doke. So, July 2026. There's some major astrological alignments that we need to note. Mars is going to be conjunct Uranus and Gemini on the 4th of July. That's going to bring sudden shifts and surprises. Neptune goes retrograde in Aries starting on July 7th. That's going to be encouraging a lot of inner reflection. July 20th, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all align at 4 degrees of different signs. That's going to signal some long-term transformations for people. The North Node is going to move into Aquarius on July 26th, shifting focus to collective efforts. And there's also a harmonious trine between Jupiter and Neptune, which is going to inspire creativity and vision. So welcome back to Tarot with Kat, where we ground our intentions. July is going to bring steady shifts for all our earth signs. Capricorn, our cardinal earth, you're initiating long-term plans. July rewards discipline, but don't forget to celebrate small victories along the way. Taurus is our fixed earth sign. This month is going to ask you to stabilize resources and relationships. Stay steady, but be open to small, healthy changes. And Virgo, our mutable earth, July brings opportunities to refine your path, adapt your routines, but stay practical. Your steady progress is the magic. Now we'll catch the winds next after this, so stay tuned. Our air signs will be last. That is what the planets have to say for our earth signs. Let's see what the cards have to say, shall we? And I am recording these live on TikTok on 2 different cameras because I will also edit these and post them to my YouTube channel. So these, if you can't stay for the whole thing or if you missed any, do hop on over to Tarot with Kat on YouTube, and these will be posted there, I think, on Saturday since it's Thursday now. Usually takes me about 48 hours from the live to when they post. All right, earth signs, here we go. So let's see. Who do we want to be? Which one does it want to be? These foil cards can be really slick. There we are. Coming up with this Ace of Pentacles. Coming up. Interesting. Lots of pentacle heavy readings for everyone so far. All right, for our fire and water signs. You're coming up, earth signs at the center, and I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm part earth. Crossing us as our challenge, obstacle, or awareness is an 8 of Cups. Down below us in our subconscious tool shed, we've got 6 Cups. Then stepping out of our immediate past, we've got 4 Wands. In our crown, we've got another 4 Pentacles. Then stepping into the near future here, we've got the Hermit. Us in our environment, we've got the Moon. Interesting. We've got the Moon. And then our environment around us is giving us the High Priestess. How interesting. She has shown up every reading so far. This is the 3rd reading she's shown up. We've had the Moon card show up. Very interesting. Also, okay. Hopes and fears sector, meaning what has not yet materialized, is 5 Pentacles. And then final potential outcome, Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, fascinating. Okay, I'm going to make a slight little camera adjustment. Bear with me. Okay. I got to work on these camera adjustments and get it just right, but that'll come. I'm in a new studio area here, much bigger than my old one, and so yeah, here we are. All right, let's get into this, earth signs. So we're coming up for the month of July with this Ace of Pentacles. This is us with some Ace of Pentacles energy. So aces are just the brand new spark of something. It's the essence of the thing, and pentacles are your health, wealth, finances. So this, I feel like for many of us, not just earth signs, but air, fire and water as well, we're inspired to start some brand new thing that is really going to improve our life in so many aspects. But we're just starting out, but we're feeling that inspiration. right? That's what we're coming up as the heart. Now we're being crossed here by an 8 of Cups. This is the strength to walk away. He's walking away from 8 full cups, cups that are full of things that used to be very, very satisfying to him, right? This often signals walking away from addiction, from old habits, and the strength it takes to do that. So I feel like in order to materialize this thing that we're working on, we're going to need to have some strength to walk away from the old things, from the past, from the things that no longer serve you. That is what that is crossing us for as our challenge in July. Not to get sucked in, whether it's doom scrolling or alcohol addiction, drug addiction, toxic relationship, anything like that. We're going to need to be able to walk away from it. Look at us though, we're bringing with us as part of us in our subconscious tool shed this beautiful 6 cups, this beautiful, it's family reunions, it's nostalgia, it's love, it's family, a lot of family connection, generational connection between younger and older, and just a real appreciation for that. And I feel like we value that, earth signs, and you're bringing that with you this month of July. That's just part of you. It's in your subconscious. So I prefer to go bottom to top and then left to right, because this is like your consciousness, with the top being your crown chakra, which you've got this 4 pentacles in your crown here. You got a couple of 4s here. You're stepping out of a 4 and you got a 4 in your crown, and 4s are all about stability. Oh, here's my little puzzle piece I have to drag. I knew this was going to happen soon because I've been on for an hour. I have to drag it again. There. Okay, it liked it that time. I get to continue. Anyway, so 4s are all about stability, structure, and so the 4 of Pentacles in your crown, okay? You're bringing this wonderful feeling of family connection and love and gatherings and stuff with you as part of you. You've got more cups crossing you right now as you're pursuing this whole new Ace of Pentacles idea that's going to improve your health, wealth, finance sector. You're crossed by the 8 cups, having to walk away from things that were once very fulfilling, and it might be scary, and so it might be making you feel like this up here in your crown chakra, where you're afraid of, you're very concerned about the stability of your health, wealth, finances, and you're worried. Look at him clutching. He's clutching. He's got 1 coin in his crown because he's thinking about money, coins. He's thinking about that aspect especially. He's got his arms clutched with this coin over his heart, blocking the heart, and he's got a foot on each of the others. He's really concerned about his health, wealth, finances, and he's worried about it. And that's what we got going on up here in your crown in the month of July for the earth signs. So what this means, what's important to remember when you're thinking they're feeling this way, 4s can be they represent stability. However, you can stay stuck at the 4, and the Fool's journey goes all the way to 21, right? And you can't stay stuck in that stability. You'll never grow. You never get any further. And as long as he's got that coin clutched over his heart, his hands are not open to receive. And that is the most important thing to remember about that 4 of coins when it comes up. Hi, Joshua. Hi, all of you that are on here. Thank you guys for hopping on. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all the taps, all the love, all the shares. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Okay. So that's what you got to remember when you're thinking, I'm feeling like with this new Ace of Pentacles opportunity, especially when I'm looking at the 5 of Pentacles over here in your hopes and fears sector, you might be a little bit worried about giving up some financial stability, and it might require, whatever you're doing, whatever this Ace of Pentacle thing is going to require, a leap of faith, that you might have to be loosening up your grip a little bit on those pentacles. let's go from our past to our future. So we're stepping out of, again, a 4, a stable home, family. This is happy hearth, home and hearth. It's it can, maybe there was recently maybe some marriages or births in the family, in your family recently, in your not too distant past that you've experienced, and some experience of a really nice, stable, happy home and hearth energy kind of situation you're coming out of. You're going through this again, having to walk away from some things that were once very, very fulfilling is what's crossing you. And it's leading us over to this Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit, and he's facing that 8 of Cups. The Hermit card is the 9th major arcana. He's 9 is the end of a cycle. And the Hermit represents the Fool who's come through half of his journey, and he's learned a lot of things, and now his wisdom is what's lighting that lamp and lighting his way forward now. It's also a card of like quiet introspection, taking those, meditating, taking those long walks on your own. It could represent somebody coming into your life also that's like a counselor or an older person bringing teaching advice or wisdom. Sometimes it represents that. I feel like in this general reading, though, Earth signs, this is more representing you. It's what you need to do as you're meeting this obstacle of having to walk away from some of these old habits and addictions. You're going to be channeling your inner hermit and using your wisdom that you've gained till now to move forward. And so you've got, you and your environment are feeling, with whatever this new thing is, you're feeling the moon energy. Like, this is a kind of, things are mysterious. This is a card of paths unknown. Maybe you're not quite certain about what's going to happen, or maybe it's you don't know what you don't know, and so that's a little bit scary. It's an interesting card. It's a card of having to just have blind faith, kind of to step into that darkness, even though you're not sure what to expect. I love some of the other imagery in this card, in that it's got the two dogs. One is like a wild wolf, and one is a domesticated dog. And there's an old Chinese proverb about you have a wild dog and a tame dog, and if you pitted them each other in a fight, which would win? And the answer is the one that you feed. And so when you are going into unknown territory, this can kind of represent the different ways you could feel. You could feel sometimes that fear is what leads to anger and aggression, and all this stuff is fear. It all boils down to fear. And it's so true that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And that's what this says. It says don't feed the bad dog. Don't feed the fear. Don't feed the fear. Feed the domesticated dog with routines and structure, and forming good habits, and that's where you want to focus your energy, rather than giving into these fears that you might feel as you're entering the unknown. You're feeling that way probably because you're walking away from these things that were all that you knew, that was what gave you identity and joy and stuff at one time, but now you're having to walk away, and so it's scary. You may not know what's ahead. Notice he's walking into a dark night with a lunar eclipse there. It's nighttime in this card, right? So that's what he's walking into, as he's in order to walk away from these 8 cups. So no wonder you're feeling in July like the moon. But look, your environment around you is giving you a high priestess. The high priestess is all knowing, and she's pure intuition, pure, all sacred and holy knowledge. So that's going to you're going to be surrounded by that in your environment. It's really going to help with this feeling that you're having about the moon. Plus you are stepping into this hermit energy, where you're going to take the time and do what you need to do to step out of that and move forward. I know that you have another dark card in your hopes and fears sector, which means this hasn't materialized yet. This is a hope or a fear. Generally both. This is not a hope. This is 5 pentacles. 5s are always off-putting, off balance. Five of Pentacles is a dark card about feeling left out in the cold. And that's probably what you're going to fear, what you fear happening if you walk away from these addictions, and you're fearing, you're fearing letting go of those coins because you're afraid you're going to get left out in the cold. You're going to, everybody else is in the church enjoying all the joy and happiness, and why does good luck come to everybody but me? I think you're feeling like that, and that's normal. That comes from, stepping out of some of this stability that maybe came with too many costs, though, that what you thought was stability, and having to walk away from it. Final potential outcomes, great. It's this Knight of Pentacles. So again, there's those pentacles, and this is an offer or opportunity coming in, a firm one, for improvement in the area of your health, wealth, finance sector. It's going to happen. Don't be clinging on to those coins. Give back as you can, because you're going to find that brings the flow back to you, and you will not be left out in the cold. Another thing about the Knight of Pentacles is he is all about, he's the stablest and most careful of the knights. His horse is planted. He's careful action. He makes a plan. And so this is going to be something with a concrete plan. It could be even someone coming in to your life with an offer or opportunity around this Ace of Pentacles. That is you at the heart of your spread in the month of July. So there you go. That is our earth signs for the month of July. I'm getting ready to do our final sign, which is air. These are getting recorded. I'm on TikTok live right now, but I'm recording them on 2 cameras. They're getting recorded for posting on my YouTube channel. These should post Saturday, since it's Thursday right now. And I'm really trying to get back in my groove. I've recently moved, so I'm trying to get back in my groove of when I can record my tarot stuff, which I love, and I don't want to give it up. And yet I'm having to balance it with all my other projects and work that I'm doing, which is also very exciting stuff. So anyway, I thank you guys for being here, all of you who have popped down. I appreciate that so much.